Hey there, Taurus. Welcome to your reading for the week of August 21st. We're just going to jump right in here, Taurus, and see what is going on for you. You have this falling card, and you also have the stag here. So I feel some of you are kind of, well, number one, I would, trust your intuition. The stag is about kind of using your antenna to tap into your intuition or to trust your intuition here. And that's what I would do for sure. For others, again, this week we're going to do past, present, future, outcome. That's what this spread is going to be. And so in the past, I feel things have been a little, there's been a lack of clarity, a little bit of, this is my hamster wheel card right here, the Nine of Swords. It's kind of like Nine of Swords is having a nightmare, waking up and being stuck in a nightmare and maybe not being able to see a way out, right? So again, I feel like you've been in a little bit of that energy. It is interesting that you have the Hierophant here, which is your card. That would, definitely put you in a position of power and strength. It allows you to get what you want from the reading. But again, I kind of feel like you have this falling card, and it's almost as if something needs to be more grounded in reality. Something needs to be, brought back down to earth or something. The Hierophant is the bridge between the heavens and the earth. He kind of is able to communicate with both sides, right? But, he can also bring something down to earth. I kind of feel there needs to be a little bit more outside the box thinking in your life. Just unconventional thinking of new things, doing things that put you outside your comfort zone. For example, I feel that could really solve this right here, although the rest of the reading looks amazing. So, and again, this is your past position. So a lot of you are kind of getting off of some sort of hamster wheel, or you're kind of leaving some sort of challenge behind. Again, you have this falling card and this stag card here. So I really feel you need to kind of tap into your intuition. I do feel like something is catching you. See how that skeleton is reaching out to catch that girl that's falling? It's almost like something is, I wouldn't say something is saving the day, but it's almost like something is preventing you from, fall. It's like a safety net or something like that in your life. You have the Seven of Swords. Again, for some of you, this could have been a lying, cheating, stealing situation that you couldn't get out of. But I don't think that's true for all of you. Seven of Swords can be, lying, cheating, stealing, but really it's a card of tactics. He's stealing those swords from this army in the background right here, and he is doing that so when he goes to war, that they don't have swords to fight with. So it's like going to war in a different way. And I feel for a lot of you that there could be some more like tactical solutions to any of the problems that you've been dealing with here. This looks like a healing reading to me as well. So, again, I do feel if you've been stuck or if you've been in that Nine of Swords energy. And by the way, Nine of Swords represents leaving a comfort zone because he has this blanket on his lap. It represents a comfort blanket. And some people read it as a good thing, but also it can say that something is not painful enough yet. Like the reason you haven't made the change is because it's not painful enough yet. But we can skip that. we can overcome that energy by just making a change. You literally have it right here, the Death card, making a change. With the Nine of Swords, you have the Four Wands. Could be, a divorce or something like that here. If you want to get married, by the way, there's definitely could be good love, a good situation. Maybe your love story hasn't been great, and, there could be clearly something new coming into your life. You have the Four Wands twice, the Hierophant. This would be marriage, a commitment. With the Hierophant, you have the Star. It's like you can see what you want, right, in life, just in general. The Star is having a North Star. It's having something, up here that's big, that's, a goal, wish, or dream. But intuitively, for you, Taurus, it's like I feel like you see the vision. It's like you see the changes you want to make in your life, or you see the things that you want to have very clearly. And, I don't think that clarity is an issue. I think the issue is, kind of like taking that first step because, the thing about the Star is you actually have a direction. The Star. The Star is right there. You just start going towards the Star, right? So it's like you just start taking the steps. It's like a reading like this reminds me of years ago. I had a lady who was like, I want to write a book and, but I'm afraid it's not going to be successsill and all this other stuff. I was like, well, real writers write. So it's like if you want to be a writer, you just have to write. And if you don't just write for no money, then you probably don't really want to do it, right? And that story's popping into my head here with this Star card. I feel like some of you, it's like, it's like you want something, but if you really want it, you would just do it regardless of the the results, right? And the thing is if you would get started, you're going to get results. So get started here, Taurus. With the Seven of Swords, you have the Two of Swords. I'm getting like a very inflexible energy here for some of you. Like if you're dealing with a past person here, I feel like there was just a great deal of like a lack of flexibility. They just wouldn't even see the other side or, something like that. So that's only going to be for some of you. For others, I feel like you need to be more flexible. Like probably realizing going up to the Seven of Cups that there are a lot of ways that you can do whatever you want in life, but you have to open up to the different opportunities. You have this perfection card. It says you will do much better than expected. Show yourself some compassion and be kind to yourself. Yes. You have this business card. It says expect to have an amazing boost up the business ladder. Elevate your awareness and think bigger if you want different results. Yes. Remember what I said about the start. It's like big. It's like a big thing. So I definitely feel it's time for you to go wild and, think big on what you want to accomplish in your life. You have the Death card, the Moon, and the Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles, we'll start here actually. The Nine of Pentacles says you are more than capable of doing whatever you want. She has these grapes behind her here. And the Nine of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles both have grapes. They've both been coming up a lot. And the grapes in the tarot represent something that's difficult to grow. And so it kind of says you have a skill. Basically what it represents is you have a skill or you can do something that other people can't do very well, and you can do it well. So I feel like you need to start practicing it. The Nine of Pentacles also would say, like, I do feel like your finances are just increasing in general. You have the Moon here. The Moon represents a period of darkness. So, the Moon to me says that you need to work your way to these mountains and not give up. The Moon is part of the Fool's journey. He needs to get to these mountains because the mountains represent an accomplishment or achievement or something that he wants to accomplish in his life. So I feel for a lot of you, there are like accomplishments that could be coming in, but you have to keep pushing. And the interesting thing is that with the Death card, you can see the two pillars from the Moon right here with the Sun coming up. So I feel for a lot of you, the Sun is coming up. This actually is very good. Again, we're doing past, present, future outcome in this reading, and this is the present position. So it looks to me like you are in a period of time right now where you are gaining clarity, you're coming out of the darkness, or you could be kind of seeing new ways of doing things. One thing I will say is that the Death card can represent a change in belief. This guy right here, he kind of looks like the Hierophant. The King is dead here underneath the Death Rider. It kind of represents the death of establishment, but, the thing is that you have the Hierophant here, which is you. The Hierophant is established belief, things that you've believed for, for whatever reason. I always say that, to me, the Hierophant, sometimes the best solution for the Hierophant is to think outside the box, and that is definitely showing up here. I think that, if you are feeling like you're wandering around in the dark going this way here, I feel that it's because you're probably just stuck on old beliefs and you need to update to new beliefs. Didn't I? I've been saying to you. It just popped into my head. I'm pretty sure I said to you in your mid-monthly reading for August that you need to work on, like I think I said if I were you, I would be working on, money blocks, or, whatever you want. Like if you want love, work on love blocks. If you want money, work on money blocks, and all that other stuff. I feel that it is definitely time for you to work on like the energetic blockages that you create in your or have created or through old beliefs. And I feel if you change those things, you'll be successful very much faster. With the Death card, you have the Strength card. I really just get this feeling that the universe has seen you be patient and committed. You have the Four Wands to the Four Wands. Sometimes like something like this, where I have the Four Wands, and then you have patience right here. It really says that you've been sticking something out. You've been patiently working through something, and you've been committed to it all along. I kind of take this as a good thing because, it's saying that the universe is basically saying you're about to be rewarded for sticking with something. With the Moon, you have the Hangman. You have the Hangman twice here as well. With the Moon, it would tell me that you've been hoping for clarity or enlightenment. You've been hoping for the sun to come up. You've been hoping for the sun to shine a light on the way. And, I do feel that is kind of like finally happening for you. With the Nine of Pentacles, you have the Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles is exactly what you need to do. Six of Pentacles is a card of planting seeds in a direction and seeing what grows. It basically says, whatever grows, double down on. Whatever doesn't grow, get rid of it. So you need to focus on things that are growing and the things that are not growing, obviously, and double down on what works. Next, in the area of your future, you have this card that says, leave room for whimsy. This is the Manifest Your Greatness deck, by the way, and I love it. You have this Continue card. So I feel like you need to keep pushing. The leave room for whimsy is like saying to me that you need to believe, you need to keep imagining. You have that Seven of Cups, which is the card of imagination. So I feel like you need to imagine that crazy things can happen. Again, I've been saying for years that if there was ever a time where you could totally do something that you think is impossible, it'd be right now. Neptune and Pisces. Neptune and Pisces literally says, take your dreams, multiply them by 1,000. Are you going to get the 1,000 times what you wanted? No. But if you get 100 times more than what you wanted, that's a lot better than what you originally wanted, right? So I keep telling people, it's like, yes, do that. And then you're going to have to put in the work. Neptune and Pisces exists up here. It just exists in the clouds. This right here is my Neptune and Pisces card. So is the Seven of Cups. So you can see that he's looking at his dreams, or he's imagining something that he wants. He's spoiled for choice. But again, it just exists up here above his head. He needs to bring it down to earth. He needs to manifest something here on earth. So with Neptune and Pisces, thank God we have Saturn and Pisces, because, I really feel now is the time, right now. While Saturn is in Pisces, to manifest some sort of dream, because that Saturn is, in Pisces is giving us that, the work ethic to be able to work on something long enough to get it to manifest here on Earth, like some sort of crazy idea, some sort of, dream that you've been having for a long time. So get moving. I think that you will be surprised by how quickly the results come in. With the Eight of Wands, I like to remind people that really these results probably haven't been quick, but it might seem quick. It might seem like it happens. I've heard a lot of stories from people, even, just this channel, right? It's like I was stuck at 40,000 for years while other readers were blowing by me. And then, I kind of started playing around, experimenting. I started doing the Six of Pentacles, trying one new thing every single day. The things that worked, I doubled down on. The things that didn't work, then I got rid of. Literally, that's all I did. People always I get so many messages from readers and they're like, how'd you go so quickly and everything like that? I'm like, well, first off, I didn't. I had this channel for 5 years. There were people who started like a year before me, or a year before that, like when I was at 4 years, and they were blowing by me, hundreds of thousands of subs, right? And so it didn't happen quickly for me, but literally there's no secret. All I did is try one new thing every single day. And then also the things that worked, I doubled down on. I really started to study those things. So, it's just that simple, and it's going to be different for everybody. So, that's what I would do. But that's what I would do in your life. It's like whatever you're trying to create, or if you're trying to get better at love or business or your health, just try one new thing, see what works. And again, I think you will make progress faster. But where I was going with this is, again, I don't think this is happening overnight. Again, to a lot of people, it looks like I exploded overnight, starting a couple of years ago or whatever it was. But really, I'd been doing it for 5 freaking years. So it wasn't overnight. And, I kind of feel that for you, where it's like, no, this hasn't been overnight. This hasn't been just a flash in the pan success or something like that. You have the Four of Swords, time to recover. I feel it's important that we take time to recover right now. I feel like it's a time that where we really listen to like what we need, and we kind of fulfill ourselves. Like if you need rest, a break, if you need to go do something and like enjoy yourself for a day, or have a staycation or something like that, I feel like recharging your batteries is going to be very, very important for you at this time, like when you need it, right? Let's see here. You have with the Seven of Cups, you have the Ten of Wands. Thinking, something is too complicated. So, I feel like you need to put down your burdens. I feel like maybe there are some responsibilities that you're taking on that aren't yours. And so I would get rid of those responsibilities and, only focus on your own responsibilities. With the Eight of Wands, you have the Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles, work hard, play hard. So again, like I was saying, make sure you're balancing out your energies. I keep making the joke about filling your fun bucket, because I really feel it's very important that people make sure at this time that they are filling their fun bucket, that they're not just like wasting their energy, that they're not just out there, just kind of burning themselves out and all this other stuff. So I'd make sure to do that here. With the Four of Swords, you have the Hermit. You showed up in Virgo's reading. Now they're showing up in your reading. Some of you could be dealing with a Virgo if you want love. I wouldn't really say this is a love reading, though. I mean, there's love here if you want it. And there could be a very solid connection. You have the Four of Wands, the Hierophant. So definitely could be a marriage situation if you want love. Could be any sign. But, I definitely feel that. I feel like there's something that you need to shine a light on. Star, even the moon and the sun coming up on the death card. The Hermit, he normally has his star in a lantern, and I always say, like, he needs to open that lantern up. That star, it could be like a hidden talent, gift, skill, or ability, which we see right here with the Nine of Pentacles. It could be something that makes him special, and again, if he doesn't shine that light, then he's not going to get noticed. One of my favorite people of all time, Les Brown, says the graveyard is the richest place on earth because that's where all the good ideas go to die. So, most people die with, books in their head, YouTube channels in their head, certain things they wanted to share with the world. So again, don't be one of those people, right? Next, in the area of what are we doing? We're doing past, present, future, outcome. For your outcome, you have this voice card that says, speak your words. You have the Eight of Wands, all about communication and speaking things into existence. So definitely, you have this Earth that says home. Some of you could be moving or thinking about moving, but I also feel some of you are, I think you're feeling just in your energy this week. Again, you show up as a Hierophant, which really puts you in a position of power and strength. Like I said, allows you to get what you want from the reading. So you're coming up in a really good position here. I would watch your words. Make sure you're using positive words this week. You have the Four of Wands, the Hangman, and the Three of Wands. It's like you're committing to something you've been waiting for. Even the Three of Wands. Three of Wands, card of expansion, growth. It also says, what are you waiting for? It's a card that says it's time for you to get out on these ships. A lot of people read this card as your ships coming in, but the ships are pointing out. They are pointing out into the harbor. They're going this way, actually. Sorry, my cameras are reversed, right? So they're going this way, out into the harbor, out of the harbor. They're not coming into the harbor. So really, it's a card of adventure and opportunity and taking advantage of a new opportunity. So there you go. You have the Hangman here. Again, you have the Hangman twice. I feel like you've been the light is entering into your noggin here, Taurus, is what this reading is saying to me. I feel like the light has kind of you're stepping into the light. You see the light in the darkness, right? The light at the end of the tunnel. And I feel like you need to move towards that light with the Hangman. The Hangman has made a sacrifice. He's sacrificed movement so that he can gain enlightenment. But it's now it's time for him to get moving. Now it's time for him to get off the pole. You have the Four of Wands. Four of Wands, of course, can represent marriage. It is also a card of freedom, and every single reading we talk about freedom with you. With Uranus and Taurus, you are very focused on freedom, creating more freedom, being more free, all that other good stuff. So let's see here. With the Four of Wands, you have the Temperance card, turning one thing into another. And even, again, if you want to experience a turnaround in your life, I feel like, experimentation is going to be your best friend, especially with the Six of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles is, again, about planting seeds, seeing what works, and doubling down on what works. Temperance is like turning water into wine, but you could also argue that he is trying to find the best way to do something. He can turn a negative into a positive. He can also turn a positive into a negative. So, the choice is yours, but I would start planting in the right direction. You can't make this up. With the Hangman, look at this. You have the sun. It's like you're seeing the light here, Taurus. You're finally understanding what to do. I love it. This reading really could not come together better than this. So, I'm not saying it's some sort of super freaking amazing reading, but it's good. It's you going in the right direction. I feel like you're heading towards the sun. You're heading towards the light. The whole entire reading, we've seen this, and I kind of feel this is giving you answers. I feel like it's providing you direction as well. You have something to aim at. You have something to do. You understand what your next step should be, whatever you're doing. I know I'm speaking very generally, but I literally feel this could be anything. This could be love, could be business, your health. It could be a combination of all that. It could be your spiritual beliefs, whatever, right? I think the easiest thing for you to do would be to change your beliefs with the Hierophant here. And you don't even have to change your beliefs. It's just thinking outside the box, thinking of unique ways to do the same thing you've been doing, right? With the Three of Wands, you have the Page of Swords. Yeah, be curious. We are in a time of curiosity where I keep telling you, the Page of Swords comes up for everybody practically. And I tell everyone, it's if you become interested in something, I don't care if it's cheese. You have this cheese card right here. Whatever it is, learn about it. You never know what it might lead to. You have this Yoke card that says feeling tied down or frustrated. Yeah, I feel like this is the Nine of Swords. You've been feeling stuck to a situation. You have this Weeping Willow card. You have this, it says family sorrow. Pretty much every single person has had family stuff coming up here. So definitely time for you. Some of you could be focusing on family or doing things with family here. Next, you have this Unicorn. It says use your intuition to make beneficial changes. I feel like you do need to trust your intuition just in general. I would be careful of getting too stuck in the Hierophant. Again, maybe you need to balance out your High Priestess energy, right? Hierophant is good, but it's maybe you need a little bit more of that High Priestess, looking into mystery, Page of Swords type of energy, right? She's more willing to look into mysteries. She's more willing to visualize things as she wants them to go. She's not so rigid like the Hierophant. The Hierophant, he thinks in logical order. He literally has 3 stages to his crown. They represent apprenticeship, or initiation, apprenticeship, and mastery, right? So he has this logical order. She also has 3 stages of a moon on her head, but she sees things as she wants them to go. So the High Priestess uses her intuition, but also her powers of visualization. You have this wedge card that says someone is trying to come between you and a friend or something you want. Yeah, I'd be careful of like letting other people guide you at this time. I feel you need to focus on what you want. You have this teapot card. It says deep friendship with someone of the same sex. Friends could be very important for you, or just spending time with friends as well. But pretty good. I feel like you're seeing the light here. Taurus is what I feel, and I like it. I feel it's like improving your confidence. The steps you want to take, more understanding. So love it. Thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your week.